Okay, we'll define the enterprise structure, what enterprise structure is, then we'll go for valuation, levels, plant, location, then plant integration with various units in the organization, and then we will discuss material master, industry sector, and we'll also configure units for MRP for the plant. Okay. Okay. So MM module actually covers planning, procurement, inventory management, and there are two types of planning in MM: consumption-based and material requirement planning, MRP. Consumption-based planning is based on past consumption patterns. Okay. Material requirement is detailed planning based on requirement and stock levels based on which we plan the manufacturing of the product of stock. Procurement activities involves everything from the stage of identifying vendors and making payments to them. The functions in procurement are identifying the vendor, negotiating the terms and conditions, creating the purchase order and releasing it, and following up with the supply, and then the payment to the vendor after, of course, confirming the quantities that have been delivered. The proposals that are involved are created for net requirement. Now, what is net requirement? Basically, it's when the production actually starts, and out of that production, some of the stock will get consumed, some will be blocked, some will be scrapped, some will actually get wasted or deleted. Okay, and some will be used for sampling. So at the end, catering for all of those quantities, we get a net requirement quantity. If it is a plan order, it has to be converted to purchase requisition, which is a PR. And this is an important function for the planner, and it's very much integral for planning, MRP, pricing, and vendor management. If PRs are directly generated, it has to be converted to purchase orders. So that is how the relationship actually develops between PR and the purchase order. In purchasing, the important purchasing methods are purchase order, contracts, scheduling agreements. We'll see these in very detail. Purchase order, of course, we know it's where the quantities, the stock code, the vendor, the terms and conditions, the shipping conditions are actually applied. Scheduling agreement is similar to PO, but it actually is an agreement with the vendor based on the rates and the quantities they will agree mutually to supply within a certain time frame, because the rates can fluctuate. So the companies, the enterprises, wish to lock those prices for a certain tenure. Each scheduling agreement will have a delivery schedule. If scheduling agreement is available with a vendor, MRP can automatically create delivery schedule instead of a PR plan order. Inventory management, entire stocks and material moves are dealt in inventory management. Okay, material document are generated. FI document is generated for integration. Controlling document is generated. That is for profit centers and cost centers. And the inventory is adjusted, increased or decreased. And it is
what does FI means? FI document is generated.
Finance. Okay, material master plays a major role in MM module, and material master is basically available to all modules, where we have vendor master as well. In MM module, we have purchase info record, which again is detailed about the vendor and the stock they will be supplying. The quota arrangement, which is again the quota a vendor can actually set to supply to the enterprise, that is then used for production. Source list, again, the sources list is also pretty much similar to scheduling agreement, for the source list has a list of vendors that will provide a certain stock at a certain quantity. and the dates are also mentioned within the source list. Okay. Now, MM with PP, the integration, the component staging is important where the stock's availability has to be ensured for a production order for the production to initiate, and the finished products are then produced and received at the warehouse. Integration with QM.
Quality management.
Quality management is basically it ensures that the produced finished good or semi-finished good is as per the standard, as per the enterprise that has been laid out, and QM has to ensure that. SD, yes, the stock has to go through the sales process so that the stock actually reaches the customer and your enterprise's sales actually are recorded, both in SD, FI, and MM. In MM, of course, it basically is related to stock movement. With PM, plant management, good movement are performed with respect to the equipment bills of material. Maintenance order. Now, maintenance order is basically for the plant maintenance that actually happens and materials get consumed for that. Okay, MM with FI, of course, for inventory in and out, inward and outward, and increase and decrease, the consumption are recorded in finance. Okay. So for the ease of learning and better understanding, it's divided to 5 topics: enterprise structure, planning, master data, purchasing, inventory management, and that's what we're going to cover. Configuration. Yeah, configuration, it will see that how plant is defined, storage location, and then the assignments of various areas. Then we have configuration for master data, for PR, and we have quite a lot of areas. Okay. Then we have configuration for inventory management, and we are going to cover all of this. Okay. Now, speaking of SAP, of course, we have already seen that in the previous lecture, and let's start with our configuration. Okay. Okay. SPRO. Reference IMG. Enterprise structure. This is what we are going to actually create. Okay. And these are the units that we have actually discussed in the previous one, which is where the company is reported to by company code, and the controlling area runs in parallel. And of course, it's superlative company code. Then we have a plant that reports to the company code. And that's what we have discussed in the previous one. Valuation level and company code level. Now, the stocks are valuated in a currency, in various currencies, in parallel currencies, more than one currency. We have a company code currency, we have a local currency, we have a group currency, we have a profit center level currency. There are 3 currencies in SAP: company code, group, and profit center. Okay. So it is recommended to keep it at plant level. This is the client level setting, and we will actually go for this valuation, this configuration path: enterprise structure, logistics, general, and define valuation level. Enterprise structure, definition, logistics, define valuation level. This is by default selected at plant. Okay. So valuation area is plant. So your stock valuation or value of a stock is determined at a plant level. Okay, so that level is not company code, but a plant where manufacturing actually happens. So it's already defined. Okay. Okay, defined plant. Now, this is where we actually will create our plant. Copy, define, delete, check plant. We define a plant. Come on. By industry standard, we actually copy from the standard of SAP, and we will copy from plant 0001 or any standard that is available in SAP, which is a chosen standard, or we can create our own. Okay. Now over here we have Waldorf. This is, I believe, the by default we have this one from SAP. Okay. So what we'll do is define plant, and we will search for one that we have created earlier, IMCO 01. Okay, IM01, copy as, and we create one. P01. County code, city code. We'll leave it like that. Germany standard 01. That's a factory calendar that will follow. Apply. Country key is Dubai. Okay, and we will change it. Germany. UTC 2, I believe.
These days it is 3 West.
3 PD01. Sure. I also speak German, so I know.
Nice.
Yes, time zone is not valid in country. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, so we have ED01,
Yeah.
save, and we'll save this. ED01. Did I spell that right?
CH Deutsch. DUTSCH.
EU.
TSCH.
Yes, sure. Okay. MM. Okay, that's done. Now, the other one is now why do we actually copy? Because in at the back end there are some that there's some default data that is in the tables provided by SAP, and that populates. It gets auto populated as per the SAP standards, so we don't have to do that manual effort. Definition of plant and assignment of plant to the company goes along with the relevant GL accounts done by the financing. However, the creation of plants demonstrated. Okay. Maintain plant and factory calendar in plant when copying the plant. We've already done that. We've already done this. Yes. And define location. Logic general, define location. Location. Okay. Plant, new entries, ED01. This will be 0001. Munich. Okay, region. It will pull out.
Yes. 6.
Okay. Okay, this is also configured. And next is storage location, materials management, and storage location. Maintain storage location. Now, this storage location will be relevant to the plant. Okay. Okay. In new entries. So what we have actually created, these are locations specified for that material type, raw material. Material type semi-finished good will be
Finished
placed
good,
at this location, and finished good will be placed at 4,000 location. Okay. Okay. So what we have is liquids, powders, semi-finished, finished. Okay. So you can have your own coding. Okay. Maintain purchase org. Materials management maintain purchase org. Purchase org. Okay. New entries will just have one centralized PD01 purchase org. Okay. Assign plant to company. Company code. Okay. Now comes the assignment part. Assignment. Assign plant to company code. Plant to company. Purchase order to company code. Purchase order to plant. Assign plant to company code. We don't have company code yet. So what we'll do is we'll go for definition, financial accounting, company code. PT01. Copy jail account company code data. Yes, we'll do that. Controlling area. You want to allocate a different local currency to, yes, currency will be USD. So to copy the table data, and it will set the company code, and then we can move to assign plant to the company code. So you can ask for some checks. Plant to company, purchase order to company code. assign purchase to plant, purchase org to plant, that will do as well, and then material master. Okay. It will take some time to actually copy all the data. Okay, one part of it is done. It will still continue copying it. There are some certain checks that will require. Okay, it's copied. Yeah. Assign plant to company code. Okay, assignment plant, new entries, ED01, ED01. Country of plant differs from country of company code. How is that? Okay. Oh, okay. We'll change the details. Edit company code data. ED01. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Now that is also aligned. Next is assignment. Purchase order to company code. 01. Find the plant. So why are we actually doing this? Because when we actually create our documents, these details will get picked up automatically. 01. In the purchase order, when we pick up the plant, it will automatically pick up purchase order and the company code automatically. That's why we need these details. That also creates hierarchy in SAP. Okay, assign the plant. We've done that. A material master. It contains all the information about a material. Okay, so these are the views that we discussed last time. We will actually maintain the material master fields first before we actually create a material master. Logistics, generalized, material master. Okay. Generalized, field selection, material master, field selection, assign fields to field selection groups. Assign fields to field selection groups. Now, what are field selection groups basically? Now, if you remember, if you recall that in Material Master, we saw some fields. So we have control over what fields to be shown, what fields to be taken out and removed as per the industry, as per the industry requirements. And that is what we have here. Now, these are technical technical names for the table and the fields. These are tables, these are fields, table, field, table, fields. Okay. And click in purchase value key row. Okay. For example, we have account number 176 for vendor account number. This is a selection group, field selection group that we can create. What fields are available in this for vendor account number? There are two fields in this group, which is purchase org and vendors account number. And over here, we have field reference. Some fields can be hidden, displayed, required, mandatory entry, or optional entry.
Right.
If I scroll down, now this is PERT finished good, optional entry. Help, which is semi-finished. Power, packaging. We also have raw material also, ROH. It should be somewhere, but just to give you an idea. Okay, in purchasing value key, okay, and Mara field selection group 23, selection group. Sort, no. Field selection group 23. And we have these many groups that are taking care of these fields. Purchase value, shipping instructions. We go into the details of the selection of the fields, then we have these fields that are actually used in Material Master. Okay. Tolerances and things like that. Okay. Create new field by copying from the standard SAP as field reference. Select the field selection as required entry. Okay. Now let me Okay, we have IND6 display or required. As required entry, click OK. Field selection group is 23. Mara EKWSL, we will have to actually remember this one. So this is the table and this is the field under which a field has been made mandatory. Okay. Defines plant specific field and screen selection, logistic generalized material master field selection. Field selection define plant specific field selection. Plant specific. Okay. Plant. We don't have any EDU01. Maintain field reference as IND6 for plant IND6. New entries. Copy. I'll copy this one because this is basically coding for field references. Let me copy as ED01. Field reference IND6. Okay. Save. Save. Define material type. Okay. Logistic generalized material master basic settings. Material master basic settings. Material types. Define attributes. Material types. Okay, now we have various material types over here. ROH, we have raw materials. If I select this, quantity value updating. Okay, position. ED01, this is the valuation area. It will update the quantity and values in the system. Now, pipeline mandatory, pipeline allowed. Now, what is pipeline? Basically, this is for oil and gas industry, chemical industry, where the supply has to be continuous. Beverages, okay? That's where the pipeline supplies are maintained and allowed, okay? Save, save. Okay, then we have help. Oh no, what two types? Oh, help, finish, creative value. ED01. Semi-finished good has a value of its own. Port. ED01. Packaging. Okay, what else? Okay, fine, fair enough. materials. Okay. ROH, double click. So we have attributes over here that will be maintained, and these are the views that will be
Available.
maintained for raw materials in material master. Okay. Field reference ROH, and by valuation area quantity will be updated by plant, and by value will also be updated by plant. Okay. So let's stop over here, then we'll continue from here. That is 40. Okay.